Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
Wednesday, in the wake of the Canucks 4-1 loss to Nashville last night in Game 2. Game 3 Friday in Nashville. Wednesday, and all of our guests, including Brendan Morrison, standing by, brought to you by Able Auctions. ableauctions.ca, the former Canuck member of the West Coast Express, 14 NHL seasons, and now host of the YouTube channel Brendan Morrison Hockey, analysis of Canuck games. He joins us now. Brendan Morrison, long time no talk to. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing today?
Very well. What can you tell us about Brendan Morrison Hockey?
That's a good question. That's a great question. Well, I just having fun with it, really. I mean, it's just a way to kind of stay engaged in the game and, just try and pass along some knowledge that I've picked up over the years and through playing and through coaching my kids and other kids. And my producer for the fishing show I'm doing, Real West Coast, kind of talked me into this and convinced me that people actually want to listen to some things I have to say. So we're trying it out to see how it goes.
Well, if they want to listen and watch to us, Brendan, I'm sure they want to listen and watch to you. So remember that. Hey, Brendan, last night, Canucks, as you know, I know you were at the game. They lose 4-1 to the Predators last night. What stood out for you?
Well, I mean, it sure didn't feel like a 4-1 loss. You know, I mean, it was. First of all, the atmosphere was incredible. I mean, as a former player, you don't really get to be a part of that when you're playing the game. So being up in the stands, feeling the energy, feeling the buzz from the crowd was a cool experience. Everything from, the towel power and the U2, the whole thing was great. But I think last night's game was a product of some unfortunate bounces. I really do. I mean, Vancouver controlled play for most of the game. I mean, you look at shot attempts. I mean, it was almost triple. But Nashville was a desperate team playing for their lives, and they sacrificed their bodies last night. And Saros did what he had to do, and they did enough to win the game.
I'll ask you a tough question, Brendan. You were a center. What can Elias Pettersson do better right now?
Well, I think it's no secret that he's going through a difficult stretch, right? I think I didn't love his body language after that empty net shot that he missed. I mean, you give him that 100 times, he's going to make that 99. And when he's feeling it, so he's just not feeling it right now. And then things start to pile on, right? I mean, I think a couple times he was hesitant to shoot the puck on the power play, and then he's, on the ice for some goals against, and these things just kind of amplify. And I think the best thing for him right now is to have short-term memory, right? Trust his instincts and keep firing the puck. I mean, he's a driver for this team. He's been a driver all season long, and they're going to need him here in the series to have success. But I think mentally, I don't want to call him fragile. I'm not saying that, but I think he's second-guessing things right now and hesitating. And anytime you hesitate, it's too late. Just trust your instincts and react.
Hey, Brendan, the Canucks win Game 1, and then a day later they find out they're starting goaltenders out for a lengthy period of time, week to week. Man, how do you, if that's you in that dressing room, how are you feeling knowing, hey, you win the opener and then you find out your star goalie's out?
Yeah, that was a bizarre one, I think, for everybody. I actually flew in yesterday, and as I landed, the news kind of broke. And I had a buddy send it to me. I thought he was joking with me at first, but just, terrible luck for the team and terrible luck for Demko. But you have to reset right away. I think Casey DeSmith has done a good job this season, and I think the guys on the team like him and trust him. And he got an amazing reception from the crowd last night. I felt terrible for him last night, just how the game played out. That the crowd's chanting his name early on, and you get that high tip that he doesn't see through a screen, pucks in the net for a shot. And then Vancouver kind of takes control, and the puck really doesn't even come into their zone for the next 10 minutes. He didn't have a save until under the 10-minute mark. So it was a tough game for him to play as a goalie coming into that situation. I mean, you want to touch the puck, you want to feel it, even on a dump in, get out of your net, get your feet going, like just have some type of involvement in the game. But I think he did what he had to do last night as far as staying involved mentally. I don't think you can blame him for any of those goals. The first one obviously couldn't do anything. The second one is a world-class goal by a world-class player. I mean, that's a goal in any league on any goalie. And the third one is a rebound, player driving the net, open net. So I mean, you can't fault him. I think he'll be ready to go in Game 3, and by no means was he the reason why they had the outcome they did last night.
Hey, Brendan, I don't think Nashville's going to stop blocking shots. 33 last night. When you know the opposition is going to block that many shots, what can you do, Brendan? Some of the things to get around that.
Well, I think as the game progressed last night, what you saw was Vancouver hesitating a bit, shooting the puck simply because Nashville was sacrificing their body. And I would like to see some more one-time shots, right? Not really allowing Nashville time to get set up and come out in shot lanes. If you're zipping the puck around, kind of east to west, and your passing is on the level it should be, and you can set guys up for one-time shots, I think that'll be a key. Right, allowing them not to get out in shot lanes and not allowing Saros to get set and make him move east-west. So that's a big part. And then I think JT Miller touched on it last night. I mean, at times shot passes might be available, right? When guys are aggressive coming out into shot lanes, they're kind of fronting the puck, so there might be lanes through guys or just around guys to get pucks to the net. And I think, too, just getting pucks to the net, a lot of times it doesn't have to be a big slap shot or a blast. Just getting pucks quick to the net. Like Quinn Hughes does that amazingly. It's a skill, like just getting pucks past guys' shin pads, creating traffic in front. You see some of the goals already in the series that have been scored that way. And, Nashville is going to continue to sacrifice, and that's kind of been a makeup of this team here since they've been rolling.
My gosh, your last season was 2011-2012. I can't believe it's been that long. Can you put into words how much you miss it, and what else are you up to these days besides running a YouTube channel and fishing?
Yeah, that's not a bad start. Hey, yeah. Fishing and it's crazy how quickly the time goes, right? And I think as you get older, it goes even faster. But when you go into an environment like last night, that's when you really miss the game. I mean, this time of year is the reason why you play. I mean, playoff time and having a chance to compete for the Stanley Cup. So, there's times of the season when you're not around it and it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. But when you do come to a game like this, I mean, it definitely gets the juices flowing again. But you touched on it. So I'm hosting a fishing show called Real West Coast. We're going into our 8th season here. I have a huge passion for being outdoors and being on the water. So that's been a lot of fun, tremendous amount of fun. I've been actually working on a clothing brand that we're hoping to release here in the fall, like a full head to toe kind of merino wool with an insulating jacket and rain gear. That's been 2 years in the works. So that's been an interesting venture. And just recently started the YouTube channel. So those things are going on, and then continuing to chase my kids around. I got 2 in university, one that'll be going there next year. So hockey, soccer, and my youngest daughter's playing hockey. I'm coaching her. So a lot of action on the go.
Oh, you got a full life, and I know you're going to send some of that clothing our way so we can promote it. We appreciate that, Brendan. Thanks so much for this.
No problem, boys. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet.